Against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's time to get into formation. We gotta get ready for the battle. So call on your brothers and sisters. We gotta turn back to the scriptures. Stop making it all about you. Them preachers, they got it confused. Come out of her. Cause Yahuwah is our deliverer. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, cause nobody's perfect. We're called by his name. We're called by his name. Seek him to be worthy. We should be coming together. There's power and unity. It's time to come into the order, cause we are a living prophecy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. Lace up them boots. We gotta move, step, move, put on camouflage. We gotta be wise. Open your eyes to the most high in the skies. We must stop arguing, it's irrelevant. We must live in the Torah, it's heaven sent. He will put it in your heart, fulfilling the word of the new covenant. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, cause nobody's perfect. We're called by his name. We're called by his name. Seek him to be worthy. We should be coming together. There's power and unity. It's time to come into the order, cause we are a living prophecy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat.
There we go. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. I'm Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. I see y'all are still coming in slowly but steadily. I'll let y'all come in there. Make sure y'all like, tag, and invite everybody in while I get everything up and running correctly here. There we go. All right. So, shalom, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Spiritual Combat. We got some very special guests here today. They are the owners of QYM magazine, Qam Yasharahla magazine. There you see right there is that's a picture of the magazine, and they are in the virtual studio. I'm gonna bring them up now. Shalom, Brother Malak, and shalom, sis. How y'all doing?
Shalom, Aki. How you doing? Thank you for having us on the show.
I appreciate y'all coming on. I'll let y'all introduce yourself, and you can also introduce the magazine.
All right, I'm Malak Israel, the leader of the California Hebrews. Um,
I'm Sister Yanni Israel. This is my king. I'm the Isha of Malak.
And this is QYM Magazine. We are the owners. We have another owner. His name is Shemashawam. So it's me, Yanni, and Shemashawam came together and put this idea together for the Hebrew Israelites. Our mission is actually to take this magazine to a whole nother level for the whole world to see the Hebrew Israelites. We trying to introduce the world to who we are, to the awakening of the Hebrew Israelites. So the magazine has started off with just Hebrews basically buying it, but we are in motion at this time to get the whole world to be receiving this magazine. So we have a lot of big plans going on. We also trying to get our own distribution going. Like we want to keep everything Hebrew. We don't really want to buy and get it printed with other companies that's not Hebrew. So we're trying to get our own printing company and just keep everything in house. So we can make as many magazines as we want to.
Right. So if there's any Hebrew, my brothers and sisters out there that maybe the publishing, because we self-published QYM, publishing, printing, anything to that nature, be sure to reach out to our Aki Michael Israel, so we can all come together because it's not just about us, it's about Israel as a whole. So we want to put that out there. We are looking to do business just with our people. You know, we have to come out of the ways of the world and start representing the way the Most High has designed for us to show and improve ourselves and to do business with one another.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you could, and I think you might have to you might have to speak up a little louder because the volume's a little low. But tell the people about the types of content that's in the magazine, the types of stories and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna let Yanni go ahead and take this, but before she goes there, I would like to say that she actually put this whole magazine together herself.
Wow.
We had actual editors that came in to, just to make sure all of the words and stuff was good, but she actually put this magazine together herself. She did an excellent job. Took a lot of time from her husband, but but I'm glad that she put the hard work in, because our motive for making this magazine is to have unity all over Israel.
Right.
And one of the things that I get faced with is they be like, man, why you got them in there, man? You know I don't like them. I'm like, man, they Israel. So we bringing in anybody and everybody in Israel, and we want to see the growth. You know what I'm saying? Because right now you might be in one place, but then spiritually, next time we come out with a magazine, you might be in another place, right? So we didn't want to be biased to anybody being in the magazine. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want that to stop certain people from getting the magazine because it's a group in there that you don't like. We have a lot of groups in there, so if you don't like that group, just turn the page and find a group that you like.
Right.
But go ahead and.
I don't have to hold it.
Oh, okay.
But I did want to share again a little plug for our business partner, because he plays a big part. Shemashawam Bani Hawada, he plays a big part and a big part. That was good. A big part in putting this together, because he actually came to Malak and I in the beginning and asked us if we wanted to be a part of something that he had a vision of already in his head. And it's funny how the Most High works, because Malak had the same vision of bringing, a magazine together, just those positive images of Israel, because a lot of times we get stereotyped about, Israel as a whole being these negatives, and, we hate Esau, and, so we wanted to just shed a positive outlook. So we all came together to create QYM magazine. And like Malak was saying, I kind of, and it's funny because Shemashwan said I took over, but it was a lot of hard work and a lot of late nights, early mornings with putting this thing together as far as um, the graphic design, the overall layout of QIM was kind of my vision of what I saw this magazine looking like. And we have a lot of sisters in QYM. We have a lot of our camps in QYM, such as we have AOI, that's the Army of Israel. We have ISUBK featured in QYM. We have House of David. We have, what are some other camps? We have Sakari. So there's a diverse group of camps and families that we wanted to put together. Because like I said, it's not just about us. It's not just about the California Hebrews. It's about Israel as a whole. And that was very important for us to show that unity, show that we can come together and bring something as beautiful as our own magazine. Like Israel, we have our own magazine, like in the flesh, not just digital, but hard copy magazines. And we put a lot of hard work in. This is the first one. We did a trial run. You know, we're still working out a little kinks in there, but I think that it's a beautiful start, and we tend to go nowhere but up from here. But we showcase a lot of the talents within Israel. We have a lot of our business entrepreneurs as far as our jewelry makers, like we have the master jeweler Yadon Keys is featured in QIM. We have, who else do we have in there?
We got like the sister that does the credit. And,
we have Sister Riri.
Yeah, Sister Riri.
Also is featured. We have Daughters of Zion Natural. So there's all like body products. So everyone that has a business, we have Truth Music featured in here. So we have King Judah. We have
a couple of we have people that passed away in Israel. We gave a special tribute to them in the magazine as well. We was trying to put the last brother in there. I can't remember his name. Albino or light skin.
Deshaun Tatum.
Yeah.
I just did we just did a 1 week tribute to him because it was the anniversary. I think on the 30th, but yeah. So
get him in there, and we had everything set up, but with us not being able to talk to his family, get permission or anything.
Respect,
we didn't want to just
likeness.
Because it was right at the moment where we was at the final print of it, and we was like, oh, I want to do it, but we was trying to get in contact with his family, and we just couldn't.
But it's never too late because this is the first edition, and it's definitely not the last. So this is, like I said, this is just the beginning. We also wanted to mention we have Brother Bronze featured in QIM. We
got a couple of celebrities. We got D Love, which is Darius Love. Everybody know him as Mondo from Janky Promoters. That's one of the movies he played in. Who's actually in our group as well. We also have Brandon T. Jackson in the magazine. He got his clothing line and stuff in here. So the magazine is just put together just to show the world who we are. It's bringing everybody together with the beauty of the pictures and as well as our businesses. Because that's the main thing that we got to start focusing on as Israel, is we got to get it out there. What kind of business do you have? So we can actually be the ones who support you through your business. You know what I mean? So if you haven't got the QYM magazine, support the Hebrew business. It's a Hebrew business. Everybody should have this in their house to go around proud to say, hey, we got a magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Sister Coy, my wife, she asked, she said, love what you feature. How do we place subscription orders? And how do we submit content to be featured? What are the requirements?
You can go to qym-mag.com. That's qym-mag.com. Have a form that you can fill out to let us know that you're interested in submitting, and then we'll send you more information on how you can be featured in the next QYM magazine.
Okay, and for those of y'all watching, this is the website right here, QYM-mag, because I know you can't see the address.com. And I guess you just scroll to the bottom where the form's at, but you just surf around the website. Here it is right here, contact us. They have a bunch of information on here. So it's a real well put together site. And but that's it right there. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I was waiting.
The other thing I was gonna ask about, and Sister Koya Yehukanan, he just posted the link in there for y'all. For those of y'all watching on Facebook, for those of y'all on YouTube, let me see, because I'm on a couple channels on YouTube. So, all right. So we'll post it on YouTube also. But it's QYM-mag.com. All right.
Perfect. And now is an excellent time for you guys to submit, because we're actually in progress now of just gathering, information and getting ready for that next subscription.
That's right. That's right. So hey, you want to be in a magazine, and now everybody that puts your stuff in, everybody can't make it in the magazine.
The first one, maybe.
Yeah, but as time,
operation.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people that submit, and I'm just letting you guys know that every single person will not just be in there just because you submit. We have to pick the best articles at the time for the magazine, and so if we don't get you this time, then you can probably roll over to be in the magazine, the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And we're trying to get the magazines out more frequently. But right now, this one did cost a lot of money for us to put it together. And we're trying to get, when we get our own, when we start making our own magazines without going to any outsiders, we can, make them faster, more reasonable price. But this magazine is well worth the money. I'm telling you, we didn't do it cheap. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pages that's just falling apart. Like, it's together like really well. Like, we didn't want to go cheap with it. We wanted to be the best that we can do for Israel.
Right. Now, if you could, what I'm showing here is the cover of the magazine that you have on your website. Talk about who made those outfits, because trust me, people want to know, especially my wife.
Well, a lot of the outfits that we get, my wife do make some of them, but we have found other places, like other ethnic groups that may have clothes that kind of look like they could be Hebrew clothes, and then what we do is we just transform it. Like, my wife is very creative, so she'll see something and she'll be like, "Oh, I can work with that," and then next thing you know, I'm Hebrew up.
We kind of take things and make it our own. There's been some garments that I have made, but it's a lot of time, and it's very tedious in making garments. So I give all praises and shouts out to my sisters out there that are designing those clothes, because our garments, we have a lot of talented sisters out there in Israel that a lot of times I'll just do clothes for my family, because I have so many hats. I can't. It's like this. I have one right here. This is one garment that I did make, but a lot of times I'll just transform them and make them our own.
Yeah, she really killed my blowing the trumpets outfit, man. That was blowing the trumpet. Right? Yeah, that was the trumpet. Yeah, she really did good on that.
But for those that don't know, I'll give a plug and shouts out to my sisters that I do know make beautiful garments. We have Sister Bronze. You can reach out to her. She's on Facebook. All these sisters are on Facebook. You have Sister Riri. You have Sandy Baya. You have Tafara with So Modestly. There's so many sisters out here in Israel that make beautiful garments that you can reach out to and have custom clothing, and we can support our own again. And a lot of those sisters are also featured in QYM.
Awesome. Brother Malak, if you could talk about your ministry a little, if you could.
Okay. I've been in the truth for about 15 years now. So you know, I've been in it for a while. I grew up in Compton, and so that was like my first place that I went back to actually start preaching. Um, so from 15 years from now, we now call ourselves the California Hebrews. We got a lot of things that we have in store that we kind of keep it in. Within the first part is in our group, and then we're going to get the blueprint, and then we're going to share it with other groups. But we are trying to get businesses, in-house businesses for our people. You know, so we got all of our brothers and sisters coming together, and we're trying to organize businesses that we own, and then let the people work for the Hebrews. So they don't have to work for no outsiders. They don't have to worry about the holy days. And we're trying to really get businesses that's really lucrative for them to make the money that they really need to make. Another thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to buy some land. And we're looking at some land right now, some very, very good land. And we want to get to a point where we have our own gardens that will actually start our own grocery store. We want to start building our own houses, or find all of the Hebrews that's out there that build houses and get them together, and that start our own community. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that we're doing, man. And I'm around all over the United States meeting people and trying to get organized with other brothers that's like-minded as myself. And if you out there and you feeling what I'm saying right now, just hit me up, and that's build. You know, that's what it's really about. It's building with each other, so we can try to find out exactly how we can start moving together. And that's the main thing right now. Everybody in Israel, we say we family, but when it's time for us to move together, we can't. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to build those bridges to where we can start moving together, building together. And then next thing we know, everybody like, man, Hebrew Israelites is something that we ain't never seen before. You know what I mean? So that's basically what my ministry is right now. And, you know, if you want to check us out, we preach at Lamert Park. We are actually looking at, I've been preaching at Lamert Park for a while, but we actually moving to Inglewood because we've been to try to upgrade and, you know, do our little thing, get our business, get our own building, and, you know, start growing. And we actually have other sets of our group in Texas, in Florida.
Where at in Florida?
Where is as real now?
Where you at?
I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
We got some people out there that's a part of our group, and they growing their own group. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just because I'm out here in Florida, so yeah, I like the. I know a lot of the Hebrews out here, and that's one of the main purposes of my show is just like the little mantra I have is information, dissemination to build our nation, you know, and getting the info out, and kind of ties into what you're talking about. And that's one of the things I saw with a lot of brews out there. They studying the instructions, they're reading the instructions, and they're just studying the instructions though, and they're not even trying to do what the instructions say. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the instructions are showing you how to change a tire, and everybody just theorizing on the instructions and not pulling the bolts off the tire to change the tire. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my big things. I'm about that action. So I definitely. I like what you're talking about for sure.
Oh yeah, man. When first time I talked to you, man, you kind of linked in, man. So you my brother, man. So I know, you know some big things.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that we're trying to do, we're trying to keep this on the wraps, but we're trying to start our own network TV show.
Yeah.
So I want to put that out there for the Hebrews. If you guys think you guys have something that you guys can do to start filling in the slots, because we want you to be on there every day, because it's going to be like a TV show just for us. You know what I'm saying? So I had got somebody called me and said, hey, Malak, we want you to be on the show. And I was going to basically be the whole show. And I was like, I can't fill in, you know, all of those spots.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm coming to my brothers and my sisters. And I'm like, if we really want to have our own show where we feature doing our own thing, then hey, let's do it. And that's filling the spots. And that's, you know, we can have somebody that do cooking as a Hebrew, you know what I mean? And showing what we eat and don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Gardening. We can have your show on there, and I'll talk to you about that.
Right.
You a good entertainer. You know, you got everybody on your show. It's a very interesting show, and I'm proud that you asked us to be on it. So it's, you know, it's just a lot of things that people come up to me with, you know, and so we just trying to do what we can to make Israel grow. That's our whole mission. And matter of fact, I didn't even say happy Feast of Dedication, Israel, for everybody that's doing it. We have, we actually doing it at our house. So we have Hebrews at our house right now. And I want them to say shalom. So come on up right here.
Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Come on. Come on,
say shalom.
Come say shalom to Hebrews across the nation.
Shalom.
Happy dedication. Y'all not in there. Y'all on the end.
Can y'all see him?
Yeah. We can see him.
All right, give him a big shalom, Hebrews.
Shalom. There we go.
All praises.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
All praises. Where's let's see if he's getting shot.
You know what I kind of wanted to talk about? Now a lot of people seen us on this show that we went on recently, me and my wife. What was the name of that show?
You talking about the one where the brother was a hardcore conservative?
Man, we was talking to a black white man.
That's where we saw y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We kind of I got a phone call because you know we got a website and we get a lot of opportunities to go on TV shows and stuff like that. So this particular person called and like, hey, you know, we a pastor and we want to, you know, bring a Hebrew Israelite on so we could discuss the Bible. And I had no idea what we was getting ourselves into. So we got there and I seen him. I was like, you look familiar, because I remember that his face looked familiar to me because he had a debate with, I think, GOCC or something. And I was like, dude, did you debate GOCC? And he was like, yeah. So then I knew, I was like, oh, okay, this dude, I don't know about this dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but we went on the show and I'm glad we did because we got a lot of positive feedback from so many people all over the world, man. It's a lot of people got woke from that video. A lot of people contacted us on our website. I got in the scriptures with them, and they are now Hebrew Israelites from that show. So, and I'm talking all over the world. I'm talking about Africa, Europe, everywhere. They was real happy to see us not sitting up there, you know, acting, you know.
He tried to take us there. He tried to get us out of character, but you know, as long as we bring the Most High, when you have the Most High behind you, and we're walking with the Most High,
and that's one thing. As me being a leader, I'm not. If I know I'm a part of something as big as Israel, I'm not gonna put us out there and make us look bad, man. Right. If I know that that's what you're trying to do is put a negative light so other people won't come into the truth, I'm not gonna give you that opportunity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay humble. I'm gonna stay positive. And we gonna wake the people up. You know what I'm saying? that was my mission. So regardless of how that brother feel, that's you. You feel like you don't love your own people. I don't know what to tell you, right?
that brother was deep in the sunken place, boy. I mean, he was gone like I ain't never seen.
I thought he could pull the mask off and be a straight white guy.
Yeah. You ain't lying. But yeah, that's how we saw y'all, and you know, we were after that we were looking for videos trying to, you know, see who y'all were and where y'all were at, you know. But
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
And it happened like that with a lot of people. So, you know, I'm just grateful that we did do it, because I was like, I was fighting myself like, dude, should we even do this with this dude around the Hebrews?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be more serious. And so he,
Trying to make a mockery.
yeah, but I think it backfired on him, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think some people from his own radio show called and was like, man, you guys really did an excellent job. And it went more in your favor than his. And I said, man, all praise to the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, my mother almost woke up. You know, you be trying to wake your mama up. So she almost woke up from that, but then she went right back out.
Right. Put her head back down on that Christian pillow.
Man, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember one of her friends from church, she started waking up from the video.
Right.
And then she was like, that's your son? And she was hitting her up like, you need to listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. And so she started trying to get more into it, and then she just phased on out. I was like, dang.
Now, if you could talk about you're in LA. So would you say it's kind of a different environment there in LA? I know they got the movie scene, all that stuff like that. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Okay. Yeah, being out here in LA is especially where I preach at, we have, oh my goodness, we have so many people in different mindsets, I should say. You know what I mean? We got the Muslims, and they all together, but they not rocking together, but they all be in like the same place. And with it being in LA, we run into a lot of celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we have a few that's rocking with our group, and we have access to so many other celebrities as well. And so LA and we got the gangbangers out here too. You know what I'm saying? So I do go into the neighborhoods. I go on the Watts, Bonnie Hunt, Grape Street, PJ Watts. I be in Compton, all up in the everywhere. I'm not afraid to go in and preach the gospel to the most of the Most High, because where I come from, the Most High prepared me for this. I grew up around it. Even when I go and I travel to other places, you're gonna see me in the heart of you're gonna see me in the ghetto. Like when I went to Detroit, I'm in Benton Harbor. I'm in what's the place where the water is all messed up out there? Flint, Michigan. And they was like, dude, what are you doing over there? Them the worst places ever. And I'm like, man, I know the gangbangs, I know the drug dealers, everybody, man. I'm over here sharing the word. So that's where my gift from the Most High came for me, is to not be afraid of my people and being able to relate and take even though I've been in the truth for 15 years, and we probably on if somebody else was just coming into the truth, they'd be like, man, but they way up there. I can still come down and meet you to make you feel comfortable to take those steps to get up there where we are. Right. You know what I'm saying? We also we started a prison ministry, and we're actually gonna get the brothers who don't have no records, which is mighty hard. You know how it is for Israel. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna go inside the prisons and we're gonna start preaching to the people. I got an interesting story I'd like to share with you guys real quick. I actually got into a car accident probably when I first came into the truth, and I was a Hebrew. And the police took me to jail, and I had to go to the Twin Towers, right? So the whole time I'm in there, man, I'm preaching the word like it ain't no tomorrow, hitting everybody up. I was hitting people up so cold, the Bloods and the Crips was like, because they had to split everybody into two, so they was like, which one do you want to go with? And so before I can even make my decision, the Crips was like, we want them over here. The Bloods was like, no, we want some spiritual knowledge over here. So I'm getting pulled like this. And I said, man, don't even worry about it. I said, because wherever they send me, I'm going to make sure y'all get the message over there too. So when they sent me into the cell, I went in there and it was like a Friday night. And so I was like, y'all heard me telling y'all the truth. Now I'm gonna show y'all the truth tomorrow because it's we in the Sabbath day, and we got a Bible in my hand now, so it's really on. So when I went to sleep, they woke me up. They was like, hey, man, we want to get some of that word. We want to get some of that word. I said, all right, let's go. So I grabbed the Bible, man, grabbed the blacks, Mexicans, all of them came. Even the white people up in there started getting. I had the whole prison, the whole little cell that I was in, and it was a gang of people in one place. They all came, and I was preaching to them, and then the police wanted to shut me down. So if you ever been in a jail or something before, they have a house mouth, if I'm saying it right, house mouth or whatever, and he stand for the black people. You got one stand for the Mexicans, one stand for the white people. So the one that stand for the black people, he came up to me. He was like, hey, bro, you know, they mad at you because you preaching the Bible and you're supposed to do that on Sunday. And I said, oh, no. I said, that's exactly what we're not supposed to do. And so, man, I just kept going. And they wanted, and they couldn't stop me. So they grabbed the Bible, said, you can't have this no more. I said, I don't need the Bible. So I'm teaching the Bible from my memory, quoting scriptures and everything, right? So they was like, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to move all the gangbangers out of his cell, and they put older people in my cell, right?
Like they don't need the word.
Yeah, like 50 was in my cell. And I said, oh, y'all don't think they want to hear the word too? And I just kept on preaching. And everywhere they took me, I just kept preaching until I got out, man. And it was like the greatest experience I ever had as being a Hebrew Israelite. It really let me know that the Most High is what he was with me and is with me to this very day. And I'm just humbled and grateful to be one of his servants to do his work and his will.
Now you said the Twin Towers, that's a prison over there in LA or something?
It's like the county, you know, like they said the county. That ain't really prison. Malak ain't been in a prison. I'll put that out there. I ain't never went there, don't want to go there. But I did go to the county, and that was actually my first time growing up in Compton, being around gangbangers all my life, actually going to the county. That was my first time being a Hebrew, though.
Wow. Yeah, and one of the things that I've been, you know, like I said, now I didn't grow up in a super hard area, but I did know some hardcore brothers that was out there that were good friends of me and everything like that. And just one thing I've seen since I've been studying this word and you study about the prophets and everything like that, they had that same spirit of boldness that a lot of those gangbangers have, that fearlessness, that willing to die for whatever they commit themselves to. And I think that's something that gets overlooked by our people, but the elite who are over us, they know. They are scared of them people that are in them hoods because they know one of them could raise up and be the next prophet. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell you, the Most High want to use them because they are fearless and they are warriors. So one thing that I don't want to do is take the warrior out of them.
Right.
One thing Malak ain't trying to do. I ain't trying to take the warrior
out. And that's the insidious thing about Christianity is it takes that out of a man.
Exactly. We want to redirect the warrior. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah, you want to understand where the fight's supposed to be at.
Right.
And it ain't always physical, and I will let them know that. It's a spiritual battle. And so right now, actually, I was just talking to one of the OGs from Carver Park. Me and him had a long conversation, and I'm trying to get, and that's Carver Park Crips. And I got them getting the Crips and the Bloods, and we trying to get the leaders together. So I've been really working on that lately, and it's spanning out pretty good, you know. And so we're trying to get them all together to come in one place, just the leaders, and we want to share the information of being Hebrew Israelites, as well as present them with an opportunity of changing their environment and giving them a new avenue to make money and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a lot of gangbangers don't want to change because I was out preaching one time, and this brother, he was listening to me hard. He was like, man, I would want to change, man, but ain't nobody gonna listen to me. Ain't nobody gonna hire me. He said, this is all I got. I got all these tattoos on my face. I ain't went to school. I don't know this. I don't know that. And I was like, bro, that's why I'm here. And he said, but you think they're gonna hire me with all these tattoos on my face? He's like, I gotta keep doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to show them, that regardless to how you think you look, there's still another avenue for you to still do the right thing. You don't have to do the wrong thing. What they got to understand is when we sit up here, when you sell drugs to your own people, you got to understand what you're saying. I'm selling poison to my own people.
And which the Bible calls it sorcery.
Man, come on. And you gonna kill somebody that look like you to put money in your pocket? Are you serious? Like, man, that's how you gotta make them think, because that's what it is. They committing genocide amongst their own, and we can't. It's no way, man. It's like,
and it's like, and it comes back to what you said, and it's so heavy, like what you said, because it just hit me that there's a lot, like in the Hebrew community, there's a lot of silly bickering when if we just at least try to come together just on the economic level, we can make a big impact, because brothers like that will have, like you said, businesses where they could go work and things they could go do.
Yeah. We got a real good business for the gangbangers that's real lucrative, that will be able to change their lives overnight. But we're gonna experiment with it with our own group first, and then I'm gonna try to contact different Hebrew Israelites and camps and stuff, and then we're gonna start implementing with them, and then we're gonna make our move and introduce it to them. But yeah, man, it's out here in LA. It ain't no joke. This is the real deal out here, bro.
Yeah, we know it is. LA, Chicago, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I mean, and then also understanding that this is by design, because a lot of times when there are brothers like you, like yourself, brothers like Ron Dalton, who are just real talented with their skills, a lot of times they fall for the allure of trying to be part of the culture of this nation. So they turn their back on their own and just use their talents to benefit this nation, instead of trying to do what you're doing, going back into the trenches and helping your brothers out and giving them a hand. And I mean, me and my Ak, Qam Yasharahla, John, you know, because he put me in contact with you. That's one of the big realizations me and him had, that that's where we need to be focusing, because most people are just trying to focus on the more lucrative side or whatever of, you know, trying to envy their oppressors, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, we do need money, though, because it's a tool. That's what you got to understand.
Oh, absolutely.
To be used for the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing having nice things, because I didn't build myself up with my own money to do my stuff. I'm not a pastor that a moray that say, hey, y'all, give me money so I can live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I go out and I work on my own, and I get my own stuff, and I encourage everybody in my group that you can do the same thing. Right. You don't have to sit and say, I'm broke, I ain't got nothing, I ain't gonna never have nothing, I shouldn't have anything. No, you go out here and you work and you get what you want. And now I'm trying to get their mindset on starting their own business, because, you know, we know, you know, the 400 years is coming to a close, and not saying that we gonna be free, but we can be free of that mindset. You know what I'm saying? If you really believe that you're gonna change, you're gonna change. Right. But if you stay in the same situation, you ain't gonna have nothing. We supposed to be at the bottom, and like, right, we keeping the commandments. Most High say when you start keeping the commandments, He gonna start blessing you. But when you start getting blessed, do not forget where you come from. Do not go get all high and mighty where you can't go back to the hood and talk to the people that's at the lowest. You know what I'm saying? Because we go to we be downtown at Skid Row talking to people. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna really start doing a lot more. So it's a great thing, man, to be a Hebrew Israelite. There's nothing better than that in this world. I didn't come alive until I became a Hebrew Israelite.
Me too.
Sleepwalk.
Sleepwalk. Out of your dry bones.
Right. Do y'all ever have any events or conferences or gatherings or anything like that?
Yeah, you talking about our group? We've been doing a lot of things with our own group, but we have been going to a lot of the Hebrew fellowships that people been having, or they have all these big Hebrew gatherings and stuff. We just had one in what was that, Long Beach, where everybody came together in LA, and we California Hebrews showed up there. Me and Yanni, we travel all the way to New York and be at the little conferences and stuff. But we are getting into a point where we want to start throwing more things for Hebrews everywhere to come to California, and you guys come out here and have a great time. I already told you, when you come to California, man, we got you. We got a room for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't even trip. You know, good. And I'm gonna show you the towns.
Awesome.
You know, that bad in LA.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's one of the big things that this platform has been doing is I've been able to connect a lot of people and make a lot of people aware of things going on in their towns that they weren't aware of. And speaking of, I got something, it just popped in my mind because you showed that picture of Brandon T. For those of y'all in ATL, support our Hebrew brother Brandon because he is going to be out there here, and I'll pull it up because he sent this to me on Instagram. All right, so Brandon T. Jackson is going to be in Atlanta December 6th through the 9th, okay? And it's the AtlantaComedyTheater.com. That's where you get the tickets. And it's on Jimmy Carter Boulevard in Norcross, Georgia. So I know, because I know a ton of Hebrews up in Atlanta. Y'all need to go out and support this brother. He don't hide the fact that he's a brew. He's straightforward. He's out there with it. And just by him saying, hey, I'm a Hebrew, with the following that somebody like him has, it just naturally makes people begin to wake up. I mean, it's a powerful thing. And if you could go ahead and speak on that little Malak.
Yeah, I talk to Brandon almost every day. And so, we really good friends, man. And when y'all show up to the show, for him to know that the Hebrews is there, I want y'all to do this. When he get on the stage, I'll say, Judah, Judah, Judah. He love that. So that's how he know that the Hebrews is in the house.
That's right. And support that brother because I really don't think people understand, like, being on that level that he's at, and just to boldly proclaim that, it takes a lot to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to say this to the Hebrews, man. It's a lot of celebrities that's going to start coming into the truth. Y'all got to ease up on celebrities. Yeah. It hurts my heart. Brandon went through a lot being a Hebrew Israelite because there was a lot of Hebrews attacking him all the time. It was like, he's an Illuminati, he's a clone, he's this, he's that. These are regular people just like you and me. And whatever sin that you was in at that time, you came out of it. So why can't somebody else that's on entertainment level come out of the sin that they was in? Remember, a Hebrew Israelite belongs to all of us that's of the bloodline. You can't take it from you. You ain't no Hebrew. How somebody gonna tell me I ain't a Hebrew?
Right.
It's possible. How I'm not gonna be a Hebrew? You know what I'm saying? I could be a disobedient Hebrew,
Right.
but I'm gonna still be a Hebrew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get out of that mindset, man. There's so many other entertainers that's coming into the truth, and I just want to speak for them before y'all start hitting them. You know what I'm saying? Because we have these guys that's out there, and they just, I mean, they go in, man. And so I'm glad
and like me and you were talking about earlier, because where my Hebrew walk, where the way it got easier is I stopped drawing lines of distinction based off of who they were affiliated with or whatever, and I started drawing lines of distinction based on their character. Because you got some brews that come up to you and you be like, you see them, hey, Shalom, how you doing, brother? Where your fringes? Where your fringes? You know you're going to hell. You're going to hell. I'm like, dude, it's like being human. It's like, don't you know how to talk to people? You know?
Yeah, man, and that's a bad thing just with Israel within itself. I mean, but everybody, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody got their way that they do it, but California Hebrews don't do it like that, man. When I teach the brothers, man, I teach them to be humble when they're in the streets. Everybody don't know what we know. That's why we there, to share the information. Now, how they gonna know to wear fringes if they never knew? How you gonna condemn them or damn them? You going to hell? Who are you? We supposed to be there to share the information so they can get it and say, yes, I want to embrace this. We don't force nobody to keep no commandments. It is free will. The Most High do not force you to worship him. He don't need you forcing other people to worship him. Everybody got free will. If you don't want to worship the Most High, then do your own thing. But we're going to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got to move, man. Stop being in everybody's business. If they don't want to do it, they ain't got to do it. But you ain't going to be kicking it with us if you ain't doing it.
Right.
Right. Another thing is we have to understand that everyone is in their own space within this walk. Like everyone is at different levels. So like Malak was saying, we can't judge our brother and sisters for maybe because he has on tassels and don't have on fringes, or he doesn't have on fringes at all. As long as our main focus is to follow the Most High, we're all trying to get to the same place. We're all trying to make it to the kingdom. And we're supposed to be here for each other to help lift each other up, opposed to tearing each other down. And that's a lot of the issues we have within our own community. A lot of issues we have within our own family, that Yisrael, we're supposed to be one. We're supposed to come from out of the ways of the world of how we would have acted or behaved when we were in the world. But now that we're in the truth, we're supposed to understand. We're supposed to have more patience with each other. We're supposed to have more love for each other. But we're so busy tearing each other down, or not all of us, because we're all not the same. But there's a lot of us that, I know more than you do, or, my garments are tighter than yours. And it's not about that. And the Most High is not pleased with a lot of the ways that our people are behaving, with each other. But so that's why we're just trying to show that love and that coming togetherness. That's what QIM is all about, showing that it doesn't matter what name you call your camp. It doesn't matter about what name you call on. We're supposed to be one. We worship one Most High God. If whether you call on whatever it is, we know that when that time comes, that all of that is going to be put out on the forefront. When Hamashiach comes back, and he's going to have all the answers. But
right,
a little bit more love, a little bit more togetherness, and we're getting there. We're really getting there. We're coming together.
I don't want to be putting Israel down in any shape, form, or fashion. We got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
But I will say that we are improving every day.
We are, and when you read that dried bones prophecy, that's something I always teach on. Is our people have to understand that whole dried bones prophecy is a process of that body coming together. It's not just an overnight thing. Each bone has to find which bone it needs to be joined to. So it's a whole process. And like you said, man, I'm proud. You think we are people who had complete amnesia, and while we had amnesia, we were being kicked while we were on the ground, and now after all these years, we're getting our identity back. It's a miracle, something to be proud of. So yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Man, like you said, look at all the stuff we went through. We ain't gonna. You think we just gonna wake up, come back in, and we're gonna be perfect? We got a lot of damage that we got to get fixed within us. You know what I mean? So, man, he putting his spirit on all of us, man. We coming together, and our main mission is to start learning how to love one another, man, so we can walk together. That's it.
Right. So yeah, I appreciate y'all coming on. Did y'all have anything else y'all wanted to bring out there?
That was all that we had. We about to get in this feast of dedication going on. And I appreciate you coming on. Once again, get your QYM magazine at QYM-MAG.com. Let's do it one more time. QYM-MAG.com. Okay. We'll have it to you as soon as we see the order. We put it in either that day or the next day, and however long, wherever you are. I don't want to say you're gonna get it in a couple of days, because we got people buying this magazine all the way in other countries. So we gonna send it to you when you pay for it. So all praise to the Most High, brother. Thank you for having us on the show, man. We love you, man, and you know I'm gonna stay in contact with you.
Absolutely.
And I want to big shout out to the Israelites out there all over the world. Qam Yasharahla.
Qam Yasharahla.
Yeah. Qam Yasharahla.
Come on,
come on there, y'all. All right. So what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna play this commercial. I guess you could call it that. I guess Brother Malak put up, because he's also on YouTube. Malak Israel on YouTube. So I'm gonna play this little trailer that he put up on YouTube. Y'all can check it out on there. Go to his YouTube channel. And with that said, shalom, y'all. And for those of y'all watching, enjoy the trailer.
All right, let me blow the shofar one good time.
All right, let's do it. So y'all watching, enjoy the this trailer that Brother Malak put up on YouTube, and then we'll take it out with the Spiritual Combat theme song after that.
scriptures. Stop making it all about you. Them preachers, they got it confused. Come out of her. Cause Yahuwah is our deliverer. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, cause nobody's perfect. We're called by his name. We're called by his name. Seek him to be worthy. We should be coming together. There's power in unity. It's time to come into the order, cause we are a living prophecy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. Lace up them boots. We gotta move step mode, put on camouflage. We gotta be wise. Open your eyes to the most high in the skies. We must stop arguing, it's irrelevant. We must live in the Torah, it's heaven sent. He will put it in your heart, fulfilling the word of the new covenant. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, cause nobody's perfect.